Welcome to The Lens. I'm Matt Weber, and I am both prepared and not prepared for today's show. I feel prepared because I have read The Torment of Job, The Obliteration of Sodom and Gomorrah, Locusts of the Abyss in Revelation, 10 Plagues in Exodus, and Noah's Flood in Genesis. I've read about destruction as a young boy in Catholic schools, far before I ever experienced it or knew about it in this news of ours. The Bible prepared me well for bad things. However, I am grossly unprepared for this time we are in being called ordinary time. Yes, I get the liturgical calendar, but I do not think I am alone in thinking these times of ours are anything but ordinary. I am not prepared to be numb to the news of another shooting, another earthquake, hurricane, devastating human rights violation, proxy war report, or posturing on the brink of nuclear war. I am not prepared to have these events be ordinary in this ordinary time. So I pulled out my own history book and asked myself, in my small little world, could I be wrong? And I was reminded that in 1138, an earthquake in Aleppo, Syria, killed an estimated 230,000 people. The same Syria where man-made issues are causing death today. And in 1737, around this same time, in October, an earthquake kills 300,000 people and destroys half of Calcutta, India. Roughly on this day in 1939, Albert Einstein informs Franklin Delano Roosevelt of a little-known weapon with possibilities called the atomic bomb. That very same bomb that is at the heart of a debate in North Korea right now. So perhaps when it comes to world events, whether decades or centuries ago, wonder of wonders, perhaps we are in ordinary times. I flipped open my Catholic encyclopedia too and thought roughly on this week in the church, what was ordinary? And I was surprised that on the very same week in the history that the two earthquakes killed hundreds of thousands of lives, bombs being discussed, our dear Pope John the 23rd did something extraordinary in convening the Second Vatican Council, bringing the church into the modern era, the same church in 2017 that Pope Francis, in many ways, is fighting hard to keep in the modern era, resisting efforts to return the church back to pre-Vatican II ordinary days in these extraordinary times. For as much as I, a newly minted 34-year-old, want to feel that the life I live is in the context of unprecedented times, both historical, religious, and everything in between, history reminds me the extraordinary can be ordinary and the ordinary extraordinary. And it is up to us to define this 21st century life we live in, precariously balancing on the backs of giants before us with Jesus in our hearts and our compass through this murky almanac that repeats, renews, and refreshes, not unlike our faith. So I say hang in there. More extraordinary original programming coming from The Lens right after this.